What's happening this week in Warcraft? Hey, it's Soul, and you can help support the channel by liking this video, subscribing for more WoW coverage, and catching me live where I'm streaming. Stick around to the end for a new Bob track, and you've been warned. Patch 11.2 drops this week, but not before you get one more day of turbulent timeways and a small window of opportunity to power over your characters. That's because the Darkmoon Fair is in town this week, and with the extra 10% bonus to experience, all leveling won't get any better than this, at least until the midnight pre-patch, but hey, there's no time like the present. Also, just in case you want to unlock all the bank slots on your non-level 80 characters to maximize your new bank capacity after the patch. It only costs at most 300 gold, and you'll score some big savings. On patch day, US Realms can expect the usual long-ass maintenance and for me to keep you company while we wait. Another Twitch drop promotion starts 10 AM Pacific on Tuesday, so there's going to be two active drops, one for a turtle shell transmog that's going to end soon, and then the new one giving us a lavender panda pet. Watch any WoW streamer, preferably me, for a total of 4 hours on Twitch. I'll be here to help you run the clock, and I've got some other snazzy month giveaways happening that day too, so show up, let's have a chat, and try not to get too restless. So what happens this week with the patch? I'll break down what to expect, while the rest is going to happen the following week when Season 3 kicks off. When you first log in, expect an auto pickup quest to find Locust Walker over here in Foundation Hall. The long and short of it is he's going to kick off a multi-chapter campaign that'll take you to Koresh and off to adventure. You'll obtain your Rishi Wraps cloak and had a phase dive, and you'll start progressing the new Renown track to unlock zone features and perks. The campaign is pretty meaty, but awards a bunch of Explorer track gear tuned for Season 3. Explorer gear starts at an item level of 642. Your best bet, whether you want to do it with your main or with an alt, is to play the campaign all the way through. That way your other characters can unlock a skip past all the campaign stuff you just completed. Then they'll only need to drop by a designated area to claim their Rishi Wraps. Something to point out again is the Darkmoon Fair. We don't know for sure if the Darkmoon Fair rep buff will apply to the new reputation gain, and there's only one way to find out. Cross your fingers. Circling back to the Rishi Wraps, this is an artifact level cloak, but it has a progression vibe closer to that of the Overcharged Delve talent tree. In this first week, you'll be able to obtain 3 threads to be spent on a single upgrade, and the gist of it is that each week you'll be able to earn another 3 to unlock another perk and raise the cloak's item level. Virtually all season content you do will get you these threads, and catch-ups are already built in, so it's not unlike how we got caught up on crafting sparks. Everyone's going to be done with upgrades after about a month or so, and all your progress is shared account-wide. New characters to 11.2 are going to have as many threads as you've earned. It's an improvement on Overcharged Delves, where the talent tree was account-wide, but the belt upgrades were not. You can customize the stats for your Rishi Wraps by purchasing a special fiber, or having a more powerful version crafted by a tailor. These can be freely swapped in and out without destroying the item, which is great for hybrid players. During this first week, gearing options are limited, but not as much as it used to be. I mentioned the Explorer gear from the campaign. There will be side quests, and world quests should be available. I couldn't do a clean test of this to find out 100%. The world boss will be available for champion level gear, and the approach from Season 2 looks like it's still going to be a thing, a guaranteed drop once for the warband. More gear can be found throughout the world, but if you're trying to get a leg up, Mythic Zeros are going to be the place to hit because they'll already drop Season 3 Champion gear, which starts at an item level of 681. Preferably, bring friends with you to share the wealth. I'm also not 100% sure on whether a full crafting spark will be available at the start of the patch or next week, some of the pitfalls of testing. You'll want to keep an eye out, but here's some advice for your crafting options just in case. The Rishi Wraps are 100% a slot lock, so don't waste a craft there. Boots are also questionable because there are special boots for all armor types that drop off a specific boss in the raid, which boost the effects of your Rishi Wraps. There's no other known source for this perk at the moment, or if the boots are going to be a universal drop from the Great Vault like tier gear, because the dungeon and delve people, well, they're going to have words if that were the case. Also, a very powerful trinket and weapon combo is available for healers and caster DPS. This might affect your decision making in case you use the Darkmoon Fair embellishments. Alchemists, tailors, and scribes might be interested in racing towards Renown level 5, where all these new recipes come from. These recipes include the usual Vantis rune and a contract, some new potions, and the more powerful fibers for the Rishi Wraps, including some fun little extras. Over on the delve front, players might feel like they're being held back compared to dungeons. All delve tiers are going to be available, they say, which actually should mean we can start climbing up from tier 4 all the way to tier 11 again. However, bountiful delves will be deactivated. Your goal then, if you can stomach it, is to climb to at least tier 8 delves and complete it to get a piece of hero gear from the Great Vault at the start of Season 3, and we'll cover delves a lot more next time. That about covers the big things happening during the preseason. Gear-wise, it's a bit more lucrative than previous seasons. There's quite a bit of zone action to cover, and there'll be a heck of a time clearing all the Mythic Zeros in hopes of getting decent gear. Keep in mind what you do this week will count towards Season 3 rewards in the Great Vault. Delves will get you the best stuff, and you want to do whatever you can to maximize your choices. And what else is happening this week? I'm mentioning the Darkmoon Fair for like the third time for XP gains and maybe bonuses to the new faction rep. The Winds of Mysterious Fortune enters its final week, so in case you got nothing better to do, see what you can do about those alts. The Trial of Style started the other day, which is a perfect time because some of you might be replacing your gear with random stuff, and well, you gotta maintain your snazzy look with transmog fees being at 0 for a few more days. It doesn't look like there's anything new this time around, but you can always spend more time building up a stock of Trial of Style tokens ahead of the next delivery of goods. Arena Skirmishes and Shadowpan Showdown are in play for whatever you can still get, and over Mythic Plus World, it's hard to say what's what. We'll just have to get back to when the season starts. So quick summary in your first week to make sure you cover all your bases. Get through the campaign once to unlock features and skips. Check if the Darkmoon Fair buff works for a bonus rep. Knock out the world boss and see what you can do about the side quests and other available zone content to get whatever rep you can and progress down the renown track as far as possible. Once again, check for that rep buff. Push as far as you can into delves. Clearing 8s to fill the vault would be ideal, pushing to 11s is extra credit. And see if a crafting spark is available from weekly quests. Don't worry about the Rishi Wraps, they'll be automatically upgraded one time in this first week of questing, with more in the following weeks. Finally, knock out Mythic Zeros for champion gear, preferably with a friend or 4. For some, this might feel like a wind down from the stacked activities as we wrap up Season 2, but this 1 week is all we get. It's all going to hit the fan next week, and I'll help keep you prepared. Later this week, you can expect a full gearing guide, and I'll feature a few add-ons you might be interested in. Please like this video, subscribe for more WoW coverage, catch me live, and I'll see you on patch day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.
I'm done hiding, it's my time, my copium-filled belief. It doesn't matter if it's true that I can't sing. We're gonna farm, cause it's our mission. Jump in the dungeon and rag it, time it, it's gonna be epic. Whoa, pump, hit every cooldown. Dive in the dump and regret it. 11s are gonna be avid.